What's cracking, people? It's your man, Cousin T, aka the Alpha Wingman, representing high level technicians operating globally and beyond. So, listen, the other day I was listening to a video on YouTube by the content creator Kevin Samuels, one of the sharpest guys on the block. And basically, he was talking about the two types of men that women go crazy for, even though they may not be willing to admit it. And I'll leave a link to that video below, but basically what he laid out was that there are two prototypical men across the board in every community that women will cheat on their in-house guy for, who will leave the back door open, who will adopt a work husband for, you name it. They will basically go out of their way to get with physically this type of guy. And the first guy that he mentioned was the bad boy. And clearly that's been a prototypical archetype for the type of guy that does not give a fuck, that does not really adhere to the standards in society, who blazes his own trail and lives life on his terms. Basically, the type of guy that a woman can get behind, who is usually larger in stature, who usually is not polite, who usually just takes control of the situation. So that is definitely something that cuts across all cultures and all social situations. The second type that you mentioned is the pretty boy, and definitely that has been a long standard in multiple communities for the type of guy that women want, because the pretty boy has all of the boxes checked off. He's usually tall, dark, or light, and handsome, has a tight frame, has a great clothing game, his scent game is on, and he's going to make sure that he is runway ready every time he leaves his place. And not only do women flock to this type of guy because she can take them in public, but also he is such a high level player that he knows what to do with, in the bedroom when the nighttime shows up. So definitely these are the two largest types of archetypes that women go for in terms of men. But what I would like to present is a third type that I believe is often overlooked, who definitely cleans up. And this guy has been known for years, actually. And he comes straight up the middle. And this type of guy is referred to as the roughneck. Now, the roughneck has been classified as the type of guy who handles business in every arena. This is the type of guy who is the lawman of the old days, who's now the modern day police officer, or the detective that you send in to go handle the bad boy, because he understands how to roll in a bad boy realm. But he can also put that suit on when it's time to do detective work, and he has to move around in high level circles. He has to hobnob with the mayor at some time, so he has that flexibility. The roughneck is also the fireman, who is ready, willing, and able to run into a burning building or save the damsel in distress. Basically, any man in a uniform has classically been someone who caught the eye of a woman, because not only does he clean up and he is acceptable as a provider, but he's also willing to roll up his sleeves and get down and dirty when necessary. He is that ultimate protector and provider. So the roughneck has long been that archetype in many cultures and societies that just gets the job done. Another example can be like the construction worker. Many commercials have been made about construction workers and how women would, walk past construction sites just to get the approval with from the cat calls and the whistles from the construction guy. It's long been known that if a woman wants to know and get this instant gratification or validation before Instagram and before social media, she would just test it by walking past a construction site. If no one said anything, then she would probably have a deflated ego. But if everybody started whistling and saying, "Hey baby, hey mama, what's good?" and everything, she immediately knew that she was working with Lil Song. What I think is interesting is that there were actual songs that were written um, before this particular generation, highlighting the Roughneck guy and his escapades. One that came to mind was "Freak Me" by Adina Howard, where she identifies that a roughneck is the type of guy who can get her off in the morning before going to work. So that speaks to that crossover status. Another song is "Get Me a Roughneck" by MC Light, where she just puts out there the type of guy who does it for her, the type of guy who is not only about his business but can handle the streets at the same time. So I just wanted to put this out there and let people marinate on that. Once again, this is in response to Kevin Samuel's great video about the two types of men that women go crazy over. I just wanted to put out there that there is a third type known as the roughneck. So once again, until next time, this is your man, Cousin T, aka the Alpha Wingman, saying stay sharp and mission focused. Later.